Good morning, everyone. Hopefully, everyone is over the new moon and trying to harness creative energy, new intentions. Wednesday morning, just wanted to check in, recharge. Today, we are going to be doing a lot of balancing poses. So, just balancing out the positive and negative energy right now with this new moon, trying to harness positive energy. And with that, balancing to me always is useful, focusing on just one point and noticing. Maybe if you're in a warrior 3 pose, you start to shake a bit, maybe you're starting to let your mind wander. It's a good reminder to bring it back to that one focal point, that drishti that you're focusing on. And maybe you carry that with you off of your mat as we enter into this new moon in Leo. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. We will start in a cat-cow. This is Braun. He might be with us for some of class. And for those of you I don't know, my name is Kate. Cat-cow, knees are down on your mat. Start to gaze softly at the top of your mat and just pause here. Take a couple of breaths. Find your shape. And on your next inhale, let your belly drop open, your chest, roll your shoulders back. As you exhale, round your spine, pull low belly back and up. Inhale, belly drops open your chest. Exhale, round your spine. Just move through a few more cat-cows on your own. Maybe you're starting to incorporate some gentle hip circles. Starting to open up the body here, creating space, fresh prana, energy, and of course letting go of anything you no longer need. And slowly coming back to your tabletop. Let's start to tuck our toes underneath. We'll push back to our first downward facing dog. Maybe first down dog of the day. Your feet are about hip width distance apart and you're starting to reach your hips back in space. Wrapping the shoulders. So it almost feels like there's a tennis ball in your armpits. Maybe come up on your tippy toes, pedal out the legs. Just find your shape here. Slowly come back to your knees. Let's move through a couple more rounds of cat-cow. This time, reverse the direction of your fingertips. So your fingertips are facing towards your body. And again, start to move through a few more rounds of your cat-cow. Super slow. Peel those fingertips up off your mat. And just sink back into a child's pose. This can be a wide-legged child's pose. If you like, just take a moment here, take a breath. And slowly come back up to your tabletop. Tuck your toes underneath and we'll meet back in a downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. And when you're ready, just start to walk your toes up to meet your hands at the top of your mat. We'll inhale to a flat back. Exhale, let it go. Pause here. Maybe you find a ragdoll. Grab a hold of opposite elbow. And everything relax. Slowly let your arms go. You have to roll your body up to stand one vertebra at a time. Sweep those arms overhead. Pause here for a side bend so your arms reach over towards the right side. And come back up to stand, arms over towards the left. And come back up, gaze up past those fingertips. Exhale, hands down by your side. Tadasana mountain pose, just pause here, a couple of breaths. Maybe you're outside, breathing in that fresh air, a couple more breaths. Alright, sweep those arms back up overhead. As you exhale, swan dive towards your feet. Let everything go. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, your hands touch down on your mat and just walk back to your high push-up plank pose. We're going to lower all the way down through chaturanga if you choose, either to your baby cobra or your upward facing dog. So in up dog, you're on the tops of your feet, your thighs are lifted away from your mat. Engage your low belly, tuck your toes, push back, downward facing dog. Pause here, a couple more breaths. And when you're ready, you have to walk your feet back up towards the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, let it go. Softly roll up to stand. Sweep your arms up overhead. And exhale, hands down by your side. Once more, sweep arms back up overhead. Exhale, swan dive towards your feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, palms touch down. Again, walking your way back to plank pose. Pausing here, moving through chaturanga if you choose. Lower down one firm straight line. Maybe to your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, push back. Downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. And down dog can always look like a child's pose, your choice. One more breath here. All right, when you're ready, right leg sweeps back and up. Opening up that hip. Just be mindful the left knee is still facing forward. Come to bring right knee to your nose. We'll lightly step that right foot all the way through. Lift those arms up overhead, high crescent lunge. So you're gazing forward. And any low back pain, it might be nice to have a subtle tuck of that back knee. Reach your arms up, soften your shoulders. Full breath in here. Come to bring your hands to your heart center. And if it's okay with the body, we'll lift those back toes up for warrior three. So you're rooting down through that right foot. Activate that back left foot. The toes are flexed. Torso is parallel towards your mat. Take one more breath here. Again, find that drishti, that focal point. Keeping all your focus there. As you slowly let that back foot touch down. Ooh, maybe a little wobbly. High crescent lunge. Couple of breaths here. All right, as you exhale, come to bring those hands down. Frame that right foot, we'll send it back to meet the left. Again, mindfully move through, we'll meet back, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. And when you're ready, left foot reaches back and up, open up the hip if that feels okay. Left knee to your nose. And we'll step that left foot all the way through. arms reach up high, crescent lunge. Again, maybe you tuck that back right knee, keep reaching your arms up, soften your shoulders, and start to find that drishti, that focal point. Bring your hands towards your heart center, and when you're ready, start to take lift off those back right toes. You're finding your warrior three. Rooting down through that left foot, back right toes are flexed. Couple of breaths here. And super slow, when you're ready, that back right foot will start to touch down behind you. And there might be a dog in the way. Arms sweep up overhead. Couple of breaths. And when you're ready, hands come down, frame that left foot. Let's send it back to meet the right. Mindfully move through, we'll meet back, downward facing dog. Pause here, couple of breaths. All right, when you're ready, let all of your breath go. Gaze towards the top of your mat, bring your big toes to touch, and slowly hop, walk, or step up towards the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, let it go. Slowly roll up to stand. One vertebra at a time. Sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. We'll set up for tree pose. So first, that right foot will root down. Left foot either comes towards your ankle, shin, or all the way up towards your inner thigh, your choice. Just see what best suits you this morning. Start to again find a drishti, a focal point that you can gaze and let all of your attention on. Soften your shoulders. Maybe you start to release your arms up overhead, grow your branches. One more breath here. And when you're ready, without dropping that left foot to the ground, slowly hug it in towards your chest. Give it a quick little hug here. And we'll slowly send it back, high crescent lunge. Full breath in here. As you exhale, hands to your heart center. Find that drishti, that focal point. Take lift off once again. Warrior three. And this time, slowly, hands will come down to frame that right foot. So you're coming into your standing split. The left foot is reaching up towards the sky. Being mindful of that right hip here. One more breath. Exhale, drop that left foot back down. And once again, find your high crescent lunge. Sweep those arms back up overhead. Keep reaching up, full breath in. As you exhale, hands come down, frame that foot. Mindfully move through, and we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. All right, come to bring your big toes to touch, let all of your breath go. And when you're ready, make your way towards the top of your mat. We'll inhale to a flat back. Exhale, let it go. Softly roll up to stand, one vertebra at a time. And bring your hands towards your heart center. Setting up for tree pose on the opposite side. Find that drishti focal point. When you're ready, left foot roots down, right foot comes to your ankle, shin, or all the way up to your inner thigh. Every side's different, so see what feels good on this side. Here for a couple of breaths. touches. And without dropping that right knee to the ground, start to hug it in towards your chest. Give it a quick, tight hug here. And we'll slowly send it back, high crescent lunge. Sweep your arms up overhead. Warrior 3 on your left side, hands come to your heart center. Take lift off here. Find that drishti focal point. Keep those back toes flexed. Engage your low belly. And super slow, your hands will come down to frame that left foot, standing split. Reach your right leg back and up. Mindfully move through, and we will meet back in downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. One more breath. When you're ready, let's drop your knees back down and keep your tops of your feet on your mat. We'll come to sit back on our heels, sit up nice and tall, coming into your saddle pose here. Full breath in. Exhale, relax your shoulders. More breaths. I'm just noticing where your mind is at now. And just slowly come back to your hands and knees just for a moment. So cross one of your knees behind the other, just so we can come back and sit towards the center of our mat. Come to bring your soles of your feet together. Sit up nice and tall. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, forward fold. Your knees are off to the side. Just opening up the hips just a little bit more here. Start to bring our knees together. So we'll start to lie down on our back, but we will stop in a boat pose on our way. So let the soles of your feet out nice and long here. Engage your low belly. And we'll lower down for 3, for 2, and for 1. Lower all the way down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And just gently rock side to side. Roll out your lower back. The soles of your feet touch down on your mat, and just brush your heels. You know they're there. We'll come into a bridge pose. We'll start to lift your hips up towards the sky. Shimmy your shoulders underneath if that feels nice. Slowly release your shoulders if you have them. Slowly lower it down. Let your lower back touch down last. Heel toe your feet out. Let your knees knock in together for a nice release. And start to come into your happy baby. So maybe you take this nice and tall so the soles of your feet are reaching straight up. letting all that blood flow from your feet down your legs. Might be nice after balancing, but totally up to you how you want to take your happy baby. When you're ready to start to release your toes, hug your knees in towards your chest. We'll take a nice supine twist, so let your knees drop to the right side of your space. Maybe that left arm opens up, goalposter to a T. And come back up to neutral, opposite side, knees drop to the left. Back up to center. Hug your knees back in towards your chest, and taking any other pose that you'd like to close out your practice. But with that, we'll start to set up for our final state of relaxation. Once you're ready, start to close your eyes, let everything start to relax. Take one more full breath in through your nose together. Exhale, let it go. And find your Shavasana. Start to make your way back to this space. Start to wiggle your toes, your fingertips. Just take a deep breath in. And exhale, hug your knees back in towards your chest. And slowly just start to turn to one side. Start to make your way up to a comfortable cross-legged pose. Up nice and tall. Bring your hands towards your heart center if you choose. Let's take a full breath in together. Exhale, let it go. Just one more. Inhale, then sigh. And just take a moment just to thank yourself for taking this time to practice. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thanks guys for practicing with me today. Have a great rest of your day and your week. And just be mindful of the new moon and your energy that you're putting out.